Welcome to another episode of Built to Last with Andy Moka. Today we are talking about documentation and legal works in entrepreneurship. You notice that when one business dies, most times there's no continuity, basically because there are no records that one can lay hands on to know where the original promoter stopped and start from there to run it. Documentation is something that we should not play with as entrepreneurs. Why? Because one, it gives you clarity of what you want to do, right from your mission, your vision statement, your mission statement, your core values, and everything that you hold very strong in your business. Is good that you document them so that you'll be able to tell your staff and all stakeholders everything about the business so that they can follow with you. It helps even in organization, because it is through documentation that you're able to draw up your organogram and draw up everything about the various divisions of your business for people to follow. So it helps in operations, it helps in clarity in operation, helps in clarity in organization, as the case may be. What about legal protection? If you don't have your documentations right, may God help you when you run into crisis and you have to go to court. What are you going to lay your hands on? Is same document. It is very important that everything you do in business, you put them down for a particular day. You never can tell. It's not just you taking people to court. Something can happen that can make even your customers to go into litigation. You need documents to be able to prove your case. What about record keeping? Record keeping, there's no, for your transactions, you need to have records from your sales figures to your cost of operations to your profit. It is only when you have the right documentation that you'll be able to get those indices. It is needed for accountability. For everything everybody is doing, it is documentations that will be able to hold people responsible for whatsoever thing that they have done. Imagine running an operation without an accountant. Imagine running an operation without your purchasing and your procurement people, them having the right documentation in what they have done. How would you hold them responsible for things that they have done? Documentation cannot be played with. What about knowledge transfer? If people go for trainings and people do seminars, people have memos that have been written by organization, it is only through this documentation that information from one set can go to another person, another set of people. So what about for funding and investment? You need documentation to be able to prove the need for funding for your potential funding partners, as the case may be. Even when you want to also invest in another organization as a company, you need documents to prove that that company needs investment and what they need investment for. So the documentation is needed for funding and investment purpose. It is also needed for compliance purpose. If you're running a business that is regulated, okay, they need you to send in some returns, send in report of whatsoever that is happening. It is only when you have the right documentation that you'll be able to send those things to your regulators, as the case may be. Then when you want to do expansion, you want to do some strategic planning, you want to work on efficiency and effectiveness of your system, you need figures to be able to sit down and plan and extrapolate where necessary. It's only when these figures have been documented effectively that you'll be able to go into such strategic planning. You have to build your plan on something that is already existing. So in our next episode, we're going to be talking about those documents. What are these documents that we're talking about? Those documents that an average organization should keep to enable it live beyond the initial promoters. Thank you so much.
Please follow us on all social media platforms, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on the bell notification to get notified when we post a new video.